Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in singing, O Canada.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is Robert Thirsk, and I'm the Chancellor of the University of Calgary. It's my honor to declare Convocation officially convened. Please take your seats and rest comfortably. I take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional territories of the Blackfoot and the people of the Treaty 7 region of southern Alberta, which includes the Siksika, the Piikani, the Gaena, and the Tsuut'ina, and the Stoney Nakoda First Nations, including Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nation. The University of Calgary is situated on land adjacent to where the Bow River meets the Elbow River. The traditional Blackfoot name of this place is Mohkinstsis, which is what we now call the City of Calgary. And the City of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. It's a pleasure to welcome today's graduates who sit before me, along with family and friends, to this afternoon's convocation ceremony. University President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Elizabeth Cannon and I are pleased to welcome this afternoon's honorary degree recipient, William Polyblank, and Order of the University of Calgary recipient, Bonnie McCrae Kilb. Welcome also members of the Board of Governors, members of the Alumni Association Board of Directors, and our University Senate. Members also of our senior leadership team, Mr. Brandon Cave, President of the Students' Union, Ms. Britt Paris, President of the Graduate Students Association, other members of the Students' Union and the Graduate Students Association, Dr. Joanne Cuthbertson, Chancellor Emerita and past honorary degree recipient, and Dr. Richard Guy, past honorary degree recipient. Welcome also Dr. Drew Marshall, Provost and Vice President Academic, and Ms. Kara Stelfox, our distinguished graduate. A warm welcome to professors and staff from the faculties of Graduate Studies, Kinesiology, and Science. Thank you all for working so hard over the years to support our graduates. To family and friends, you're here celebrating with a mixture of pride, joy, and a shared sense of accomplishment. You've stood by your graduates over the course of their degree, offering words of encouragement, a voice of reason, and the occasional shoulder to cry on. Thanks to each of you for the love and support you've given to our graduates. In fact, graduates, let's pause for a moment because what I just said is important. As most of you know, we are currently in the middle of the Stanley Cup Finals. One of the greatest traditions of hockey is immediately after putting the puck in the net, the scorer will turn to the player who got the assist and will point to them so that everyone in the arena knows who set up the goal. And this upholds the notion that hockey is a team sport. Well, post-secondary education is also a team sport. Graduates, do me a favor, take a look around up in the bleachers, find your family and friends. In fact, graduates, please stand up for me and point to those people who assisted you in graduating today. Wave and cheer, make some noise, show them that you're grateful for all that they've done. Let's all give our family and friends Thank you, graduates. Have a seat. And to our assembled graduates, congratulations. You are the University of Calgary's class of 2017. Woohoo! Our university celebrated a significant milestone last year, turning 50 years old. Your graduation will forever and uniquely kick off the next half-century of pride at the University of Calgary. And it's also Canada's 150th anniversary this year, so you are graduating at a particularly special moment in time. Besides celebration, Convocation is also a time for reflection. Whenever we reach a milestone in life, it's appropriate to pause and take stock of what just happened. For many of the undergraduates here today, your first week at the University of Calgary began several years ago with student orientation and an induction ceremony. I attended last year's induction ceremony, and I enjoyed the remarks to the first-year students by a recent graduate, Nolan Hill. I was particularly intrigued by Nolan's statement that he is today a transformed person with different skills, attitudes, and perspectives than 4 years ago when he began his undergraduate education. How has your time at the University of Calgary transformed you? You are undoubtedly more independent with new knowledge and skills. Your perspectives about our world and your personal relationships have evolved. Your beliefs and priorities have changed. You are more confident than when you first stepped on campus. How did this transformation happen? Well, your experiences in lectures, labs, and tutorials had something to do with it. So did your positive relationships with professors, TAs, and other students. Your involvement in clubs, sports, and student government stretched you. And the unique culture at the University of Calgary that focuses on research, hands-on experiences, and entrepreneurial thinking also played a role. The barrage of quizzes, midterms, finals, term papers, projects has been nonstop. The pace has been rapid and not always fun. Of all phases of life, perhaps the university years are the most dynamic. Be aware, however, that personal transformation is not limited to the academic years. Humans evolve and progress throughout life. Ongoing life experiences spark personal growth. To become vibrant, resilient, self-reliant, problem-solving citizens, we continually change and grow. If I had the capability to go back in time and give advice to 22-year-old me, I would recommend that I take more time for self-reflection, reflecting on where I came from, how I got here, and where life could potentially take me. Someone once said, if you don't measure it, you can't manage it. Of course, as an astronaut, I buy into that. If I don't have feedback from the Canadarm2 position and rate sensors, then I can't control the motion of the robot arm's trajectory to maneuver a payload around the outside of the space station. This measuring and managing axiom also applies to life in general. We need to regularly measure what has transpired in our lives and manage the future the way we'd like it. We shouldn't let life control us. We shouldn't go with the flow. We need to be in charge. So here's a suggestion. Divide the rest of your life up into 4-year increments, as though life is a series of university degrees. Pause at the end of each increment and ask yourself if life has significantly undergone change and if you are transformed as an individual. If the pace of change slows or stops, we need to be concerned. If I'm doing the same things in the same way that I did 4 years ago, then something is amiss. If the way I conduct a spacewalk or make a public presentation or plan an event is the same as previously, then I'm not innovating nor progressing. If the opinions that I hold today are the same as they were 4 years ago, then I'm in a rut. You've been a student at the University of Calgary and excelled with flair. As you leave our campus, become a student of life, a lifelong learner, a lifelong producer. That kind of approach will produce transformation in your personal life as well as change in the world. I'll close by saying that what happens next in your life matters to us. We'll watch with pride as you make your mark in the world, and as alumni, you will always remain part of our University of Calgary family. We wish you continued success and happiness. I now invite President and Vice Chancellor Elizabeth Cannon to come forward to address Convocation.
Thank you, Chancellor Thirsk. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this very special occasion. I'd like to send a warm welcome to our many distinguished guests, our honorary degree recipient, Bill Pullyblank, our Order of the University of Calgary recipient, Bonnie McCrae-Kilb, our distinguished graduate, Cara Stelfox, members of our board, Senate, and senior leadership team, representatives of our Student Union and Graduate Students Association, as well as the many students, faculty, staff, alumni, friends, and family who have come here today to show such wonderful support for this graduating class. And I'd like to send a very special welcome to you, our graduands, as we celebrate this very important milestone in your lives. Today is a defining moment that marks just how far you've come over the course of your student experience. You've faced many challenges and opportunities, and in response, you've grown personally, professionally, and intellectually. The last few years have been a time of true self-discovery, and each one of you is a different person because of it. At the same time that you can look back and feel proud of all that you've accomplished, you can also look forward to the many new challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. You are part of a unique generation of creative and innovative thinkers. You care about making a difference, and our university is incredibly proud to count you as one of our own. We're also not the only ones who feel pride today. All of the family, friends, and other supporters joining us here also recognize your hard work and the tremendous potential you hold for the future. So as you prepare to walk across this stage, I hope you stand tall and take pride in all that you've accomplished. I'm joined here on this stage by those who care deeply about excellence in learning. They're passionate about the quality of higher education, and they're dedicated to the success of our students. Please join me in thanking them, the faculty and staff of the University of Calgary, members of the board and Senate, chancellors past and present, and our many community supporters. Those on stage, could I ask that you please stand so we can thank you for your commitment to our university and our students. Thank you. Every convocation is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and as president, I consider it a great honor to preside over this very special tradition. Each year, we have students who have achieved the extraordinary in their academic work, their community service, and their dedication to making a positive impact. I'd like to share two of these inspiring stories from this graduating class. The first is of Shelley Janelle Seacat, who graduates this afternoon with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Shelley wears many hats. She's an accomplished student, a mentor, volunteer, designer, intern, social media manager, and YouTube influencer. She originally set out to complete a nursing degree, but switched programs to pursue her true calling in computer science. And Shelley is already a strong contributor to this field, focusing on expanding her skills and sharing new knowledge in software engineering and human-computer interaction. Through her volunteer work with organizations like Ladies Learning Code and Chic Geek, Shelley also has supported our city's growing tech scene and encouraged other young women to build technical skills. Shelley looks forward to taking the next step in a very promising career as she sets out to earn a Master of Digital Media degree. Congratulations, Shelley. Our next student story is of Matthew Jordan, who graduates with a PhD in Kinesiology. Matthew is a former speed skater, and he has drawn on this experience to lead innovative research in sports-related injuries. As part of this research, Matthew examined the neuromuscular function and performance in alpine ski racers who suffered from knee injuries, developing a unique framework to identify the risk factors for this type of injury in elite and emerging ski racers. Matthew has demonstrated an exceptional level of excellence in his work and his athletic achievements. And as a result, he has received a prestigious Killam Award, Clinician Scientist and Graduate Studies Award from Alberta Innovates Health Solutions, and the Gord Sleevert Young Investigator Award. Matthew also serves as a strength and power coach at the Canadian Sport Institute in Calgary. Congratulations, Matthew. These stories are just a few examples of the exceptional leadership of our students. Together, you demonstrate this university's shared values of collaboration, excellence, and curiosity. And I know this because I've had the opportunity to witness it firsthand. As our Chancellor mentioned, this past year, the University of Calgary celebrated its 50th anniversary. And during the year, we held a number of regional alumni events. I had the opportunity to connect with alumni right here in Calgary and in places like Hong Kong, New York, Toronto, and San Francisco, among many others. These alumni were inspiring in all manner of ways, but two things became obvious: the tremendous pride these alumni have in their alma mater and the extraordinary level of accomplishment they had reached. These alumni, and all of you here today, demonstrate what is possible when we invest in our students. Given the right support and resources, you are capable of sparking such positive change in our city and around the world. And recognizing this fact, our university reached out over the last year to energize our institutional strategy, Eyes High. We received over 10,000 different points of feedback from people like you to find out how our university should continue supporting the success of this generation and future generations. Two key areas really stood out from this feedback. One is in the area of student experience, and secondly, in campus culture. Student experience is about ensuring that our students have the opportunity to conduct their own research, test their ideas, start a business, contribute to the community, or connect with other learners and experts. We want to build on these experiences and offer even more help to our students so they can excel. We're also focusing on fostering an even more inclusive and supportive campus culture through initiatives like our campus mental health strategy and our forthcoming Indigenous strategy. We're also advancing opportunities to help our students and faculty thrive as creators and innovators with programs like the newly launched Hunter Hub for Entrepreneurial Thinking. The Hunter Hub was made possible by a $40 million gift from Calgary's own Hunter family, and this was announced last week. Thank you. They want to ensure that the University of Calgary is Canada's most entrepreneurial university in this country's most enterprising city. These are just a few of the examples that we will be implementing as we begin and continue toward our goals of becoming a more resilient Calgary and preparing our graduates for success. So graduates, this is our investment in you, and it's been worth it. You are leaders and creators, problem solvers and change makers who join an alumni community of over 170,000 strong in 152 countries. You have the talent and the education to take you wherever you want to go, and I know that you will go far. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and please keep your eyes high. Thank you. Could I ask Bonnie McCrae-Kilb to please stand? The university draws its strength from its community, its students, its faculty, its staff, and its alumni. The Order of the University of Calgary honors those within the university family who have brought great honor to our university. Bonnie McCrae-Kilb is a deserving recipient of the Order. Bonnie is a passionate alumna from our university, a tireless student and alumni ambassador, a leader on and off the volleyball court, an accomplished visual artist, and spirited advocate for excellence in sport and the arts. She is a former Dinos athlete, coach, and Hall of Famer, exemplifying alumni commitment by serving on our university's Alumni Association Board of Directors and an alumna appointment to the University Senate. Bonnie's name was synonymous with women's volleyball throughout the 1980s as a Faculty of Kinesiology student and athlete, winning numerous national championships and Athlete of the Year awards. Bonnie was also won the Women in Sport Leadership Award from Sport Canada for her contributions to the university and her commitment to sport in Canada. As a University of Calgary Senator since 2009, Bonnie has helped establish the Senate Service Award to recognize exceptional student athletes who represent the highest ideals of community service and academic excellence. Forever a Dino at heart, Bonnie and her family have generously endowed a Dino scholarship supporting student athletes. Eminent Chancellor, I present to you Bonnie McCrae-Kilb, a true citizen of the University of Calgary. I invite you to admit her as a member of the Order of the University of Calgary in recognition of her exemplary and distinguished service to the university.
Bonnie McCrae-Kilb, it is my great honor and privilege to admit you as a member of the Order of the University of Calgary. Congratulations.
Thank you. I would now like to introduce Murray McGilvery, our university orator, who will deliver the citation for our honorary degree recipient.
William Pullyblank, please stand. Eminent Chancellor, Madam President, members of the Senate and the Board of Governors, fellow faculty, honored guests, graduands. We celebrate today one of our own who has risen to great heights in science and engineering and who honors us today by accepting our degree. William Pullyblank was an undergraduate in mathematics when the University of Calgary became a separate institution in 1966. He was a slightly daunting undergraduate, already giving a course in the programming language Fortran that was attended by graduate students and professors. After a Calgary MSc and a PhD from Waterloo, he returned to the University of Calgary as a professor and helped found the Department of Computer Science. His research in optimization got him recruited first back to Waterloo in 1981, where he became CP NSERC Chair of Optimization and Computer Applications, then to IBM's T.J. Watson Research Center in 1990, where he quickly rose to be director, first of the Mathematical Sciences Department, then of the Deep Computing Institute. The Deep Computing Institute was founded for intensive development of supercomputer technology after the mind-blowing tournament success of IBM's Deep Blue against world chess champion Garry Kasparov, who, it turned out, was only human. Its flagship achievement was the Blue Gene series of supercomputers, beginning with Blue Gene L, developed by the Pullyblank team. Supercomputers have been applied to some of the most complex real-world problems, such as weather forecasting, financial prediction, and genomic analysis. Blue Gene's name indicates that its purpose was directed towards genomics and protein folding analysis, but in the world of competitive supercomputer development, power and speed are most important. Blue Gene L was the top-ranked supercomputer in the world from November 2004 to July 2008. To put that achievement in context, that was the longest time a single machine has reigned in the last 34 years. The typical length of time at the top of the heap is a year or less. Now a professor of operations research at the United States Military Academy in West Point, after time as an IBM vice president, Bill Pullyblank has returned to the classroom to continue to mold the next generation of computer scientists. Eminent Chancellor, let us celebrate the career of one of the University of Calgary's most successful graduate scientists and computer engineers. On behalf of the Senate and the University, I invite you to invest William Pullyblank with the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
I admit you, William Pullyblank, to the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa and grant you all the rights and privileges, powers and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir.
Here's your degree.
Chancellor Thirsk, President Cannon, faculty, staff, and other members of the university community, graduands, parents, friends, families. Congratulations to my fellow members of the class of 2017. You're graduates of a great university. For me, it is an enormous pleasure to be coming back here, returning to where my scientific career started 52 years ago. Now, some of you were not around in 1965 when I started at the University of Alberta at Calgary, but I will tell you it was somewhat smaller than it is now. It's become a thriving global center of scholarship, education, and applications. Yesterday, I was able to take a stroll around the campus and see that most of the original buildings are still here, but they've been renovated, and there are some new buildings that you've probably seen. May I ask you a question? Were any of you born in 1965 or later? Just put your hands up. Okay, so there are a few that may be having difficulty in relating to what this means. Our 5-year-old grandson, Devon, provided me with a way to help explain it to you, which I hope you'll find helpful. He's obsessed with all things having to do with space. Chancellor Thirsk. That's outer space. Last month, Devon attended a talk in Vancouver given by Chris Hadfield, the celebrated fellow astronaut of our Chancellor. I spoke to Devon and said, "Devon, what had you learned?" And he said, and I am going to quote now, "A long time ago, in 1968, the Earth and the Moon were all together. And then there was a big collision, and the Moon split off from the Earth." Are you aware, Chancellor, what your colleagues are telling these kids? So if that's 68, 65 was a long time ago. I'm going to cover 3 things today. I'm first of all going to try and explain to you people why predicting the future is very hard, but why it still matters to try and do it. Having said that, I'm going to give you 2 bold predictions, and then, of course, who can resist it? I'll give you some graduation counseling. They should stay for this, I think, shouldn't they? Yeah, okay, good. Yogi Berra, the Hall of Fame catcher for the New York Yankees, famously said, "It's tough to make predictions, especially about the future." Actually, to be honest, making predictions is not hard. People do it all the time. What is hard is making predictions that are accurate. Why is this so hard? The first time I was in Israel, I asked an Israeli friend, and I just said, "Hey, how accurate are your weather forecasts here?" And he said, "They're very good, 99% accurate." Now, I knew something about weather forecasting, and I was a little skeptical. I said, "Come on, how can you do that?" And he said, "It's easy. Every day someone asks me, what's the weather going to be like tomorrow? I say, like today. I'm only wrong 2 days out of the year. So 99% of the time I'm right." You see, predicting the future is easy if today is like yesterday and tomorrow is like today. But that isn't what happens. I'm going to give you an example. From 1950 to 2015, so that's 1950, 2015, 55 years, Canada's population increased by a factor of 2.5. This is the mathematics part of the talk for the math majors. The population of the United States only doubled in that time. In 1950, the population of Florida was 2.8 million. By 2015, it was 20 million. That's 7 times larger. What happened? It was not totally due to Canadian snowbirds. According to Dr. Judy Genshaft, who is the president of South Florida University, it was due to a single scientific invention, and that was the existence of, or the creation of, low-cost air conditioning. Once that was invented, it became tolerable, and some could say even desirable, to live in Florida 12 months out of the year. Until that time, it wasn't populated. The scientists and engineers who were working on refrigeration did not foresee that that would result in Florida becoming the 3rd largest state in the United States, and so becoming the 3rd most important political unit. But now for the fearless predictions. IBM annually publishes a list they call 5 in 5, which are 5 innovations which they feel will have effect on our lives within 5 years. I'm going to select 2. I want to talk to you about 2 that are on the current list. The first is what's called lab on a chip. Now, early detection of disease is crucial. In most cases, the earlier a disease is diagnosed, the more likely it is to be cured or well controlled. However, diseases like cancer, Parkinson's can be very difficult to detect. They're often present in our bodies long before symptoms appear. But information about the state of our health can be extracted from the bioparticles, the tiny bioparticles in bodily fluids such as saliva, tear, blood, and sweat. A single silicon chip will be able to perform the analysis that today would be carried out in a full-scale biochemistry lab. These medical labs on a chip will serve as nanotech detectives, tracing invisible clues in our body and letting us know immediately if we have reason to see a doctor. These chips will be packaged in handheld devices, allowing these biomarkers to be quickly detected and processed. The results can be sent securely into the cloud and combined with real-time health data from other devices like smartwatches and activity trackers, and then analyzed using AI for insights. This will give an in-depth view of our health, alert us to the first signs of trouble, which will help us to combat these diseases before they progress. Here's the second. Macroscopes will help us understand Earth's complexity in infinite detail. Are there any questions? What's a macroscope? Well, what's a microscope? It's something that lets you look at things that are very small. Agree? What's a telescope? It's something that lets you look at something that's far away. A macroscope is a system of software and algorithms that combines and brings together all of Earth's complex data to analyze it by space and time for meaning. Macroscope technology will help us attack some of the most fundamental problems that we face, such as the availability of food, water, and energy. A new generation of farmers will have insights to help them determine the right crop choices, where to plant them, and how to produce optimal yields while conserving precious water supplies. These are important and difficult decisions. Sensors and drone technology can measure the condition of soil itself. Timing of planting can depend on whether there will be a late frost. High-precision weather forecasting can help us decide whether when the frost is going to come. They can also help us predict whether it will be a wet or dry growing season, so whether irrigation is needed. Are there new variations of plants that would be better suited to the upcoming season's conditions? Can we predict grain prices for alternative crops by the end of the season? And as the season progresses, are there actions that we should take to protect the crops? When and by how much should we fertilize? What's the right time to harvest? In some cases, a delay is good. In other cases, delay is disastrous. How should we take into account predictions of global grain prices when we're deciding when to harvest? Will possible political decisions, like trade embargoes, affect our decision? If all these diverse sources of data can be integrated and analyzed in a way that enable better decisions to be made by the farmer, not only will farming be more successful, but the world's food supply will increase. And that's what macroscopes are about, combining data from many different sources to enable better decisions to be made. Now, many of you will face challenges in your scientific careers. They're going to be complex, they're going to be multidisciplinary, but their solutions will improve life on our planet in a sustainable fashion. Leaders in these activities will understand a broad range of technology and methods and be experts in some of these, and will be able to discover how to apply them to unexpected and exciting problems in a rapidly changing world. These are truly very interesting times to be a graduate in mathematics and sciences. Finally, here are my recommendations for your next steps. Number one, and I think this syncs very much with what the Chancellor said. Think of 3 people whom you should contact and thank you for helping you get to this point. When I was at your stage, they included my high school math teacher, Professor Richard Guy, who not only is here today, but also did celebrate his 100th birthday last September 30th. And if I may, I will tell you that Professor Richard Guy was in that Fortran course that I taught. During the course, he made a wager with me that he could write his first computer program and it would work flawlessly the first time. With my experience, I knew that was impossible. I was happy to take on the bet. I lost 20 cups of coffee to Professor Guy. He told me that as of yesterday, this still is the last computer program that he's ever written. And the third was my father, who was a high school teacher and who taught me mathematical induction when he and I were doing the dishes after dinner. Think of who those people are and send each of them a short thank you note or a postcard or a text. Just thank them for getting you to this point. Because as the Chancellor said, we don't get here alone. Now here's the second. Think of a few people whom you can look to now as mentors as you go to this next stage of your career. They can form the nucleus of your personal advisory board and stay in touch with these people as your career develops. You'll find it very helpful to have these contacts you can depend on. Ask them if they're willing to play this role. I'm willing to bet that they'll say yes. And the third thing, look for people as your careers develop who you will be mentors to, because you've already come a long way and there are going to be people looking up to you. Welcome these people and do what you can to help them on their way. Bill Gates is well known for many quotations which he denies making. Here is one that he acknowledges. We always overestimate the change that will occur in the next 2 years and underestimate the change that will occur in the next 10. Don't let yourself be lulled into inaction. But perhaps, to finish, we should remind ourselves of the quotation from the Notebook of Lazarus Long by Robert Heinlein. Always listen to experts. They will tell you what cannot be done and why. Then do it. Congratulations on reaching today, and enjoy the exciting careers which lie ahead of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pulley-Blank, for accepting this honorary degree. It's actually an honor for us, the University of Calgary, to confer it. You are a role model for your leadership at the University of Calgary, at IBM, and at the U.S. Military Academy. You're an inspiration to all of us for your stellar achievements in computer science. And thank you for your insightful and interesting words to the graduates.
Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculties of the University, I present these graduates and those listed in the Convocation program who are not at the ceremony today. I ask that they be pledged and admitted to the University of Calgary degrees that they have earned.
As a graduate of this university, you join a worldwide kinship of educated persons who've earned opportunities and responsibilities of leadership and service in their chosen communities. To recognize this affinity, we invite each graduate to stand and join with the thousands who've gone before in making the University of Calgary Graduates Pledge. The pledge is not an oath, but is a solemn expression of your intention to apply your learning and experience positively for the widest benefit. I invite all past graduates of the University of Calgary to support these newest alumni by also standing and affirming a graduate's obligations and ideals. Could I ask all past graduates to also stand for the pledge? Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our distinguished graduate, Kara Stelfox, who will lead the graduate pledge. Kara is a graduate of the Faculty of Kinesiology, earning her honors degree in Mind Sciences and the Faculty Gold Medal in 2010. She went on to earn her master's degree in Human Kinetics from the University of Ottawa in 2012, studying biofeedback and mental skills training for sport with our Dean of Kinesiology, Dr. Penny Werner. During her undergraduate degree at the University of Calgary, Kara was a student athlete competing for the Dinos varsity wrestling team. The challenge of training and competing helped foster her passion for sports psychology, and her honors thesis research centered on the process of pursuing excellence in sports. Kara is currently a mental performance consultant and certified exercise physiologist, and she operates her own business, Stelfox Performance Consulting, here in Calgary. Through her work, Kara works with athletes in a variety of sports, from the provincial to the Senior World Cup and Olympic levels. Although she is now a retired athlete, Kara continues to use sport as a lab for exploring sports psychology through her participation in the disciplines of equestrian vaulting and horseback archery. Please join me in welcoming Kara, who will lead the graduates' pledge.
Graduands, I will now lead you in the graduate pledge on the inside back cover of your program. Please follow along, and also please do read aloud and really take ownership of this pledge. When we finish, you will all say along with me, "This is my pledge." As a graduate of the University of Calgary, wherever my life may take me, I will use my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability for the well-being of my communities and for the advancement of learning and the public good. I will conduct myself with honesty and integrity, taking responsibility for my actions and respecting the rights, opinions, and dignity of all peoples. I will maintain my competency and keep abreast of developments in my chosen fields. I will strive to be better with my communities through good citizenship and active participation. I will be a loyal ambassador for my university and will seek to promote its welfare and maintain its reputation. I will honor all who have shared their knowledge with me and will, in my turn, share my knowledge and experience with those who enter my field or come under my direction. In all my dealings, I will endeavor to be known as a person of honor and repute, ever seeking to earn the peace of good conscience. This is my pledge.
By the authority of the statutes of Alberta, and upon the recommendation of our faculties, I admit you to the University of Calgary degrees you have earned and grant you the rights and privileges, powers and responsibilities pertaining to those degrees. Congratulations.
Eminent Chancellor, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lisa Young, and I have the privilege of serving as Dean of Graduate Studies. All master's and doctoral students at the University of Calgary are registered in the Faculty of Graduate Studies, but they find their homes in their Faculty of Study. It gives me great pleasure to join with my colleagues, the Deans of Kinesiology and Science, in congratulating today's graduates who are poised to be leaders in research and in professional practice. Eminent Chancellor, by authority of the Council of the Faculty of Graduate Studies, Associate Dean Jalel Azayas and I have the honor to present the following graduates.
For the degree Doctor of Philosophy, Amanda Marie Black. Sarah Jane Kenny. Sarah Aghehani. Long Long Huang. Muhammad Ali Khan. Malcolm Arthur Lamb. Kaitley Tanaka. For the degree Master of Kinesiology, Nicole Alexandra Boski. Paul David Brown. William Travis Barclay Brown. Michaela Kathleen Cheddar. Thomas Alexander Ronald Hooper Wolf. Agnieszka Anna Inglot. Gregory Joseph Larivière. Nathaniel Robert Mirciello. Kyle Paul Robertson. Cody Ray Van Russell. Rafael Joaquin Asueri Talavera. Sarah Nicole Benson. Carlos Alberto Bricero Bellorin. Stephen Alex Code Brown. Roberta Cabral Ramos Mota. Trevor John De Graaf. Belinda Dehari. Ryan Nicholas Davish. Joshua Dixon. Dokilas Kiran Doyle Baker. Randall Sarah Evans. Omid Fakufar. Wei Fang. Chantal Elena Goldsmith. Sijia Gu. Kunlin Hao. Andreana Beatriz Henriquez Quintana. Victor Hoang. Candice Alicia Holmes. Citra Rutia Inare. Tianjin Jiang. Brennan David Gorham Jones. Ibrahim Majid Karakira. Xiying Kong. Maciej Piotr Krolikowski. Mary Christine Crook. Kyle Stewart McCollum. Michelle Carolina Montano Spaniolo. Eric Pelletier. Mingchen Ren. Mariam Soleimani. Prasamsa Tapa. Akshita Tiaji. Jing Zhao. Dongnan Zhu. Eminent Chancellor, that is the graduated class of 2017 from the Faculty of Graduate Studies. Thank you.
No, that's good.
Good afternoon. Chancellor Thirsk, President Cannon, honored guests, faculty, staff, family, friends, and graduands. My name is Penny Werthner, and it's my privilege to serve as the Dean of the Faculty of Kinesiology. To our graduating students, congratulations. This is a fantastic day for each of you. You've earned your degree in the Faculty of Kinesiology, and this degree enables you to facilitate our society in optimizing health, both physiologically and psychologically, by conducting research and by teaching others how to be active for a long, productive, and hopefully healthy life. On behalf of all our faculty and staff in kinesiology, I congratulate each of you and wish you the very, very best as you move into the next phase of your life, and certainly as an alumni here at University of Calgary. Eminent Chancellor, by the authority of the Council of the Faculty of Kinesiology, Dr. Tina Gabriel and I have the honor to present the following graduates.
For the degree Bachelor of Kinesiology, Nathaniel Joseph Aref. Nicholas John Beresford with distinction. Kendall Rodney Balan. Emma Rose Maluta Bolt with distinction. Naomi Rochelle Brown with distinction. Connor Douglas Butler with distinction. Anne Carol Copeland with distinction. Julia Teresa Dawn. Shelby Lynn Davey. Cameron Logan Alaschuk with distinction. Nicole Jane Enright with distinction. Michaela Ann Fitzsimmons with distinction. Sarah Ann Galbraith. Richard Gallimore. Marnie Lee Gellings with distinction. Alana Gray. Jacob Stewart Green with distinction. Eric William Hart. Alexandra Terry-Ann Hyatt with distinction. Amy Hawkins. Kirsten Elizabeth Holt with distinction. Ashley Serena Horn with distinction. Janshir Hundal. Melissa Rosa Hutchings. Letitia Mae Jansen. Roger Jaswal. Zane Jessa with distinction. Nathania Charles Kettles. Harkarit Singh Kamba. Russell Alexander Kors. Sarah Josephina Lapointe. Janet Liu with distinction. Tajdeep Tyler Singh Manhas. Herman Eduardo Martinez with distinction. Michael Derek McKinnon with distinction. Madison Ann Mayer with distinction. Weltha Jade Menon Naglis. Daniel Tyler Medema with distinction. Rosa Migliorisi with distinction. Carrie Elizabeth Morrison. Dylan Allen Niedermeyer. Spencer John Nowosleski. Jennifer Joanne O'Reilly with distinction. Nicholas John Patterson. Ryan Jeffrey Peltier. Ryan Matthew Pruder. Janessa Ashton Rayner. Brianne Robinson receiving 2 degrees, a Bachelor of Commerce and a Bachelor of Kinesiology. Cassandra Sharoon with distinction. Zenon Joseph Elwood Sherbanek with distinction. Christina Greta Shiroshka. Kui Tai. Yasmin Van Dorn with distinction. Benjamin Allen Viner with distinction. For the degree Bachelor of Kinesiology in Athletic Therapy, Tyler James Hoffman with distinction. Brody Colleen Lefebvre. Lauren Marie Masquillo with distinction. Tanner Alexander Wagmans. For the degree Bachelor of Kinesiology in Biomechanics, Jasper Graham Kwasny. For the degree Bachelor of Kinesiology in Exercise and Health Physiology, Amanda Renee Brown. Grace Ashling Collins. Shu Jun Fan with distinction. Trisha Kundu. Melanie Dawn Lowen with distinction. Shirley Luong with distinction. Vanessa Lai with distinction. Jenna Westover with distinction. For the degree Bachelor of Kinesiology in Leadership and Pedagogy and Coaching, Keenan Carey Ince. Jose Christine Tremblay. For the degree Bachelor of Kinesiology in Mind Sciences and Kinesiology, Colin Warren Price. Sienna Noel Slenders with distinction. Jeanette Victoria Steinman. Vikram Virk. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Biomechanics, Madison Ann Granger. James William Mather. Courtney Jelaine Wu with distinction. Dirk Alexander Chisholm, first class honors. Oops. For the degree Bachelor of Science honors in Exercise and Health Physiology, Tabitha Jade Hawes, first class honors. Vanessa Adela Lindsay, first-class honors. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Exercise and Health Physiology, Rachel Lauren Alberati with distinction. Andrew James Kavanaugh with distinction. Valine Chia with distinction. Mackenzie Alan Galt with distinction. Lorena Hurtado with distinction. Stephen Christopher Guscut. Carly Kamar. Alyssa Kazikoff with distinction. Michelle Lynn Klassen with distinction. Carmen Emily Lamb. Megan Murphy with distinction. Jasleen Kaur Niger with distinction. Anya Claire Paulson. Colton Patrick Quinn. Heather Laurie Smith. Johnina Stensky. James Saw. Anna Maria Thacker with distinction. Bronte Cherie Visna with distinction. For the degree Bachelor of Science Honors in Kinesiology, Michael Patrick Christie, first-class honors. Kirill Dabrowski, first-class honors. Robert Taylor Moore, first-class honors. Courtney Amelia Patterson, first-class honors. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, Tatiana Karina Aspijag. Juliana Ning Chan. Ashley Nicole Clark with distinction. Bradley James Crocker with distinction. Joshua Kira with distinction. Nicholas Jeffrey Grant. Lydia Heng. Heather Margaret Leitner. Hassan Majid with distinction. Arissa Lane Martin. Connor John Mullen. Mackenzie Newman with distinction. Andrew Raphael with distinction. Regan Haley Spire. Tracy True with distinction. Emma Catherine Eulenberg with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, that is the graduating class of 2017 from the Faculty of Kinesiology. Thank you.
Thank you, President, Provost, Chancellor, parents, family friends, graduates, yourselves, and all your guests. My name is Leslie Rigg, and every day I'm proud to be the Dean of the Faculty of Science, and today I'm even prouder. To all our Faculty of Science graduates, congratulations. And congratulations also to the kinesiology graduates. I don't want to leave you out. This is certainly a day to celebrate. We're celebrating your accomplishments. We're celebrating what you've done and where you're going. And we're celebrating the fact that you can reflect on the achievement of being here today. This is a special day. It's a day of new beginnings. Today you transition. You transition from being one of our valued students to becoming one of our valued alumni. And I wish you all the best. we heartily welcome you into our diverse Faculty of Science alumni family. And we really are a family of over 24,000 people located in all corners of the world. Our alumni are bursting with potential, with creativity. They're the source of innovation, and I think you heard that earlier with the presentation from Dr. Pulley-Blank. Eminent Chancellor, by the authority of the Council of the Faculty of Science, we have the honor to present the following graduates.
For the degree Bachelor of Science in Natural Sciences, Jade Oleinka. For the degree Bachelor of Science Honors in Actuarial Science, Fu-Lin Yin, First Class. Manessa Biku. Rajiv Kaur Disinda. Jonathan James Edwards. Aaron Friedland. Carolina Karachena Godian. Brian Joshua Kubik. Keenyip Ko. Jason Liu. Ross John Fraser Mitchell with distinction. Martin Joseph Sass. Shauna Rochelle Soller. Jack Edward Sjogren with distinction. Erin Christine Wright. Shumeng Shao. Shiran Zhou. Aaron Aboud. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics, Leanne Carolyn Hassan. TJ Robert Horn. Hok Lee Nan. Jacob Alexander Wakefield with distinction. Matthew Robert Lennon with a degree in Applied and Environmental Geology and a Bachelor of Science in Geophysics with distinction and first class. Rachel Marie Kwap, First Class. Oluwatobi Ajayi for the degree Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Conrad Trevor Ost with distinction. Bushra Awan with a combined program Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Bachelor of Commerce. Matthew Gordon Bauman. Laura Nicole Berry. Manik Bandari. Ali Reza Bhatti. Spencer Marc-Francois Briere. Kyle Andrew Bittner, Bachelor of Science in Statistics and a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Thomas Bistersky. Clinton Bixis Kabilas. Alexander Matthew Caird with distinction. Aaron Chan. Nok Him Chang. Carson Chow. Andrew Derek Chen. Anthony William Jean Chen. Yu Chen. Charlie Chung. Shreya Chopra. Jan Irvin Michael Takata Claren. Justin Curry Leslie. Alexander Lam Dang. Luke Saint-Etienne de Wolf. Jeremy Kyle de Lima. Jeffrey Michael Dewar, pardon me. Ashandeep Dhaliwal, combined program, the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Bachelor of Commerce. Salim Darcy. Alexander Jurek. Andrew Dong. Cody James Fulford. Francisco Garcia. Josiah Holly. Christopher Gonzalez. Henry Yen Ha. Neil Hagstrom. Ethan Cooper Hammond. Brian Huff. Sartaj Hagopal Singh Hundal. Corey James Hutchison. Richard Hoon. Yusuf Khaled Ibrahim. Alexander Arden Ivanov. Vida Yokalevich. Han Jun Ji. Dan Keys. Sanha Kim. Ryan John King. Hayden Krobful. Jorge Alejandro Gomez. Daniel Lacoste. Riley Gray Ladd. Sharish Lakari, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Bachelor of Commerce. Christopher Lamb. Jeremy Lau. Nicole Lowerson. Edward Lee. Leo Leung. Karen Andrea Lewis, with distinction. Ji Lin. Wenli Louis, combined Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, both with distinction. Nizar Man. Ronnie Martin Michel. Bernard Edwin Mayer. Christopher Gregory Miller. Kirsten Sophia Mort. Christopher Davis Nave. Michael Ryan Ing. Jackie Nim. Chinedu Chidabere Okeke. Jordan Donald Olness. Adebayo Odawalmiola Omole. Sean Garnett Ovens, with distinction. Travis Troy Paquette. Sumit Chandrakant Patel. Brendan Zachary Petrus. Kevin Nan Pham. David Puang. Marius Mihai Pop. Lien Yang Kwok. Braden Michael Roback. Ray Rosum. Igor Sarkovsky, with distinction. Sajan Kumar Sharma. Diljot Shergill. Angela Grace Seacat. Shelley Janelle Seacat. Stephen Kao Siu, combined degree Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. John William Simmons. Gurveer Ajula Singh. Thomas Smith. Rachel Joanna Solsky. Jarrett Dylan Spiker with distinction. Bradley Walter Staple. Jessica Teresa Stark. Caleb Thomas Steele Lane with distinction. Marcus Arthur Stewart. Xiao Han Sun. Kyle Wesley Sutherland. Melissa Ta. Julianne Tan. Luke Russell Tonjas. Aaron Tong. Danielle Tien Tran. Carmen Trong. Vincent Trong. Ahmad Turkmani. Lucas Tim Van Dyke with distinction. Jordan Mitchell Wallace. Menji Wang. Jameson Joseph Weber. Deborah Roseanne White. David Anthony Wilkinson with distinction. Samuel Wong. Brian Gordon Yee with distinction. Syed Ahmed Hassan Zaidi. Peter Bogdan Zaremba. Rahid Zawawi. Andrew Jonathan Rudolph Zimmer with distinction. For the degree Bachelor of Science in General Mathematics, Joanna Barecki. Yadani Tafari Darisa. Jae-Yoon Park. Ravina Sandhu. Shin Yin. Sarah Kimberly Biddle, first class, for the degree Bachelor of Science Honors in Geology. Patricia Elena Farino. David Stewart Girder, first class. Ramit Ernst Gonsalves, first class. Nash Ethan Hayward. Jesse He, first class. Wing Chun Chan, combined program Bachelor of Science in Geophysics and Bachelor of Science Honors in Geology. Aaron Michael Kaminsky, first class. Brendan Ty Liebert. Eric Christopher Morley, first class. Danica Jean Pawson, first class. Brianne Joan Rathgeber, first class. Reja Joy San Pedro. Rama Al-Bastami, with distinction. Vanessa Alboyu. Ian James Alsop. Miriam Binani. Ryan McCarthy Bennett. Braden Larry Bilton. Stephen Nicholas Blair. Hunter Jackson Brett. Matthew James Bazahora. Victoria Bo Yi Choi. Rafat Zaman Chadhuri. Daniel Etienne Kumo. Brandon Pierce Comance. Matthew Kenneth Sear. Stiles William Seavey. Macaulay Matthew Davenport. Monica Diputato. Sean Ryan Doherty. Carly Rose Doig. Combined program, Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Science in Geology, both with distinction. Thomas Benjamin Downey. Tracy Dew. Kirby Marie Frum. Brandon Mark Gagne. Amber Evelyn Goosens. Taylor Lee Gormley. Taylor Christian Hampton. Joel Ryan Harrison. Mohammed Izzuddin Hassan. Kendra Lee Hickey. Bryce Hirsch with distinction. Darren Joseph Hiscott. Davin Del Hoffman. Shu Ting Huang. Austin Luke Huber. Nadia Ada Izo. Manhur Hadi Jaffrey. Morgan Mary Keene. Jordan Keelan. Junhyun Kim. Brian James Kotangis. Riley Victoria Cowbell with distinction. Kaylee Janine Kranowski. Tiffany Pui Law. Taylor Adam Lee. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Geology and Earth Science, Joseph Man Kong Ma. Olivia Mazurik. Jordan Yvonne McGonigal. Erica Paige Miller. Mohammed Mos Nasir. Ty Alexander Morgan. Samir Abdullah Mustafa. Adam Nels Nixdorf. Kaylee Elizabeth Norseworthy. Blake Nowicki. James Nunes. Anders Crawford Nyberg. Jessica Sarah Oliviero. Troy Parsons. Aaron Pazlowski. Brianna Marie Patrician. Scott Christopher Peters. Andrew Victor Pittman. Kyle Mitchell Powers. Alexandra Marie Pinn. Hend Zaki Raghab. Kanwar Randhawa. Matthew Richard Riffel. M. Rogers with distinction.
Please read it.
Louise Victoria Rush with distinction. Duchess of Geology. Ishra Salim. Lena Maria Serrato. Megan Siri Slotboom. Olofikayome Adeola Shoe Mimo. Brian Joseph Zygmunt Stach. Maria Louise Stang. Marissa Swift Hill. Victoria Lee Tanner. Muzna Tariq. Matthew Tran. Jenna Lynn Trofan. Ramona Louisa Ulan Wittberg. Alphonse Aldrich Wee. Tyler Michael Verkamen. Tyler Stanley Vig. Wayne Yang. Zhengru Yang. Yanga Zhao. Richard Nadori, Bachelor of Science in Geophysics, Honors. Zan Niu, First Class. Jingxuan Wang, First Class. Juan Wang, First Class. Rodolfo Aguilera. Edwin Aguirre. Sean Clayton Anderson. Dave Artuz. Tangus Basbinder. David George Bekingson. Ethan Arthur Charles Burke. Muhammad Mubaraz Butt. Matthew Chun-Wei Chuang. Brendan Matthew Clapham. Devin Patrick Constance with distinction. Sandralyn Del Rosario. Rachel Nicole Deschen. Michaela Maureen Farreau, combined program, Bachelor of Science in Geophysics and Bachelor of Science in General Mathematics, both with distinction. Connor Philip Griffin. Dudane Hippocrate Kola. Raymond Truong Lam. Amira Lazreg. Jose Gerardo Leon Gomez. Ryan John Edward Link, combined program, Bachelor of Science in Geophysics and Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Malcolm Donald McDougall. Monica Magbanua. Kelsey Ma, combined, Bachelor of Science in Geology and Bachelor of Science in Geophysics, both with distinction. Lazar Martinovsky. Peter Joseph Mickeljohn. Bianca Renata Naftanalia. Younghwan Oke. Brandon George Piers. Hillary Jessica Schumacher. Jillian Mary Verbert. Aaron Francis Wilkins. Zishan Nadir Vishram. Adam Gregory Homanuk. For the degree Bachelor of Science Honors in Pure Mathematics, Ethan Patrick White, First Class. Sandy Hune. Peter Lee Huang. Todd Jeffrey Marden. Bosco Tai Bin Nguyen. Nolan Peter Shaw with distinction. Joshua David Sirota with distinction. Shelley Victoria Castro. George Shiping Ching, combined program, Bachelor of Science in Statistics and Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Nicholas Hordern Kellington, Bachelor of Science in Statistics. Kyung Woo Lee. Yan Chao Lu with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, that is the graduating class of 2017 from the Faculty of Science.
Well, congratulations, graduates, and well done. This ceremony is first and foremost a celebration of your success, and deservedly so, for you are an impressive group. We've come to the point in the ceremony where we take time to honor a few special grads, those who have excelled in their studies to the point where they're singled out as a medal winner. And the details of the medals we're awarding today appear on page 55 of your programs. Eminent Chancellor, President, it's my honor to present to you, the platform party, graduands, and everyone else here in attendance, the following medal winners. The winner of the Faculty of Kinesiology Gold Medal is Mackenzie Galt. Mackenzie first attended the University of Calgary in 2012 through the Heritage Youth Summer Research Program, where she researched transfection, which is the process of inserting genetic material, such as DNA, into mammalian cells to assist in fighting diseases such as cancer. Immediately following her summer research project, Mackenzie began a Bachelor of Science in Exercise and Health Physiology. She complemented her academic pursuits with an exchange to Western Sydney University in Australia and through her role as a research assistant in the Faculty of Kinesiology. Today we celebrate Mackenzie's success with a cumulative GPA of 3.98. She is the winner of the Canadian Society for Exercise Physiology Undergraduate Student Award, and of course is this year's Faculty of Kinesiology's Gold Medal winner. Congratulations. The winner of the Faculty of Science Gold Medal and the Mathematics and Statistics Silver Medallion is Adam Hominick. Adam is a two-time University of Calgary graduate. He completed a Bachelor of Science First-Class Honors in Physics in 2015, and today graduated with a Bachelor of Science First-Class Honors in Pure Mathematics. Adam's research focused on topological data analysis. He won a Pure Award for his work with Dr. Christine Bauer, applying existing algorithms to topological data analysis to the analysis of radar data of clouds. It's mathematics, right? The goal of the research was to rectify a difference of viewpoints between the pure mathematical literature on so-called homology theory and the application of this theory to data analysis. For all this, and for everything he's done here, Adam achieved a perfect 4.0 GPA. Congratulations, Adam. The winner of the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of Alberta Past President's Medal in Geology is Eric Morley. The winner of the Department of Computer Science Silver Medallion is Wenli Louie. Our final award today is for the President's Award for Student Leadership. This is the highest award made to a graduating student in recognition of a combination of high academic achievement as well as service commitment to our community. Eminent Chancellor, President Cannon, I would like to present Dirk Chisholm for a President's Award for Excellence in Student Leadership. He is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science, first-class honors, and in exercise and health physiology with distinction. No. Oh, a little bit to say it. With his leadership and motivation to provide emergency medical support to students in the campus community, Dirk co-founded the university's volunteer student medical response team, the first group of its kind in Western Canada. He has strengthened campus partnerships as Director of Operations. The team is recognized by Alberta Health Services as a Certified Medical First Response Agency and recently won 3 awards at a provincial competition for emergency response. Using his licensed emergency responder and kinesiology background, Dirk is an undergraduate researcher and research assistant in the Department of Pediatrics. He was recognized for his contribution during the Southern Alberta floods and was also recognized in Calgary's 2017 Top 40 Under 40. Graduates, colleagues, family, and friends, please join me in congratulating Dirk Chisholm, this year's recipient of a President's Award for Excellence in Student Leadership.
Ladies and gentlemen, families and friends who have come from far and wide, thank you for attending this convocation ceremony and supporting our graduates. What a pleasure it's been for me and you to see these accomplished women and men cross the stage. Thank you to our esteemed faculties, the faculties of Graduate Studies, Kinesiology, and Science, to our honorary degree recipient, Dr. William Pullyblank. Congratulations, and thank you, William, once again for your thoughtful address to the graduates. You are an inspiration. To the Order of the University of Calgary recipient, Bonnie McCrae-Kilb, congratulations. You are someone we look up to With the highest regard, Bonnie. Congratulations once again to all of our medal winners from Kinesiology, Mackenzie, and from Science, Adam, Daniel, Eric, Wenli, and Dirk. And thank you to our orator, Murray McGilvery, for your moving citation for Dr. Pulley-Blank. Thank you. Spring Convocation wouldn't be the same if it weren't for music, so thank you to Alf Miller, our piper, and also to the University of Calgary String Quartet under the direction of Edmund Agopian. Thank you, Edmund. And also to our vocalist, Jennifer Humphreys McAuliffe. A special thank you to our marshals and ushers, the sound team and comm media, and all the staff and volunteers who have worked so hard behind the scenes to make today's convocation ceremony unfold so smoothly. To our graduates, through this ceremony, we've recognized your years of hard work and your commitment to your studies and also to your extracurricular activities. You have stayed the course, and for that, we're so very proud of you. Today is a day of celebration, so take photos with your families and friends. Cherish the moments that you've made along the way. Savor this moment. Have fun tonight. Be safe, though. You've done it. You're a University of Calgary graduate, a distinction that you're going to carry with you for the rest of your life. I'm proud to be an alumnus of the University of Calgary, and now I'm honored to be associated with you as fellow alumni. I declare this convocation closed. Please stand for the departure of our processions.